Previously on Sailing Adrift, Kell takes off on a long road trip to Iowa to help her family move and deliver this guy. Chris hangs back in Portland and knocks out a ton of projects aboard.
Kelly's on a road trip with her mom, so I'm getting after it because I have lots to do and no one to pester me.
At this point, Kell and her mom are about halfway to Iowa. After a good night's sleep, this is day 3 of our road trip, and for our first stop, we're gonna see some dinosaurs this morning. This looks like a weird place for dinosaurs. See, this seems more appropriate to where dinosaurs should be. Overlooking a vista. I see one! Waffle is amped to see some dinos. Do you think they're to scale? Do you have a favorite?
I think it's the Triceratops.
Yeah, mine too. So we just keep going up this road. We're gonna go to the Cosmos Mystery House. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Pretty sure. Cosmos something. We made an impulse decision. Decided to stop. But we can't go in because of you,
Yes.
Waffle. Cosmos Mystery Area. Of course, we had to sign up for the tour and see all the things. I know. It's hard. Well, that was really fun. Did you have fun?
I did have fun.
Yeah. Now we've seen 2 of the 4 Cosmos Mystery Areas.
In the US?
I think, yeah. The other one's in Oregon. I'll write that down here at the bottom of the screen, the location. Yeah, and then Waffle got to hang out with the tour guides who weren't giving tours, and he was really happy about that. And so was I, because I can't imagine taking him through that house.
It would have been bad.
That would have been really, really bad. But he had a good time, and now we're off to Mount Rushmore. Look at this tourist trap. What town is this? What does it say?
Keystone? I think it's Keystone.
This is Keystone? Okay. This is Keystone, South Dakota. Wow, that just like kind of happened. That's nuts.
We're gonna pull off right here.
I don't know, I'm just like hanging out, eating cherries, and then all of a sudden, bam! Where's Mount Rushmore? But we had to get closer. $10 per car. That is crazy. That is crazy looking at all the plates, because it's like South Dakota, Colorado, Utah, we're Washington, there's another Washington, but like all these people coming to see Mount Rushmore.
They're looking at license plates too.
Sorry, Woffs, you have to stay in the car, okay?
Denied.
I'm sorry. It won't be too long, I promise. It's just right there. It's awesome. Ready to go? Okay, onward. Really awesome. We got a lot closer than I thought you could, actually. Would you agree?
I agree.
Yeah. There was a little bit of doggy discrimination though. As we got to the top, there were like 4 or 5 dogs. Like, unapologetically. We left Mount Rushmore and headed back through Keystone to get back on the route. Wish we could have spent more time here, but we were on a mission. Hold your breath, make a wish. I wish I knew what Chris was up to.
I like these headbands. They look stupid, but they're very good at keeping my hair out of the way. Here's where we're at. I've been working on this. This reminds me of a dollhouse, a metal dollhouse here. But this is the rough cut for the walnut armrest. You'll actually see it from this side, like this, and then this top will lift off, and inside will be like remote storage and things like that. That's what I've been working on last night and all morning today. Now I gotta carefully put this away. because it's time to go up to the boat and see what our floor looks like.
I don't know about you, but I think we should stop at Wall Drug because we've seen 18 signs for it. This makes more sense now. This is welcome to Wall.
Yeah, it's a town.
It's a whole town. Okay. I thought it was just like a drugstore. The town of Wall is definitely a tourist trap. Basically a string of connected souvenir and ice cream shops. Not my cup of tea, so we quickly got back on the road.
All right. I mean, theoretically, there should be no difference, but we're just gonna pop down. Oh yeah. That feels nice and solid. It's very satisfying. We only use a 1/2 inch for the top of the water tank, and you can just feel the springiness in it. But with this 3/4 inch stuff, that's solid. No squeaks, no squeaks, no squeaks, no squeaks, no squeaks, no squeaks, no squeaks. It's over here. You hear that? You got a squeak. It's exactly what I was trying to avoid. I think both sides of this wood are kind of sucking on that pole pretty good. We're gonna need to fix that because I don't like that noise. I prefer no squeaks.
We made it. We made it to Hartford, South Dakota, which is really close to Sioux Falls. And tomorrow we're gonna check out some parks and some waterfalls. And then we'll be in Iowa. It's been a really fun trip. I haven't had to drive at all, which is great. My mom has done all the driving. There's not much here. There's one restaurant that's open at this time, so we're gonna go check that out for dinner. Just kidding, everything was closed. Fortunately, I planned ahead at a gas station along the way and picked up this little juice box for us to split.
So we know this floor is solid as the day is long, but is it level? That's the real question. Let's find out the answer. Yeah. Get all this peel ply off. And then I'll be ready for our next project, which will be this wall to the bathroom. There's a little bit of an angled wall that mirrors this angle, goes along like this. What do you call that? What do you call, I mean, bulkheads go this way, right? So it's a wall going front back. Whatever it is, I already cut it. It's ready to go. So get Kelly's weights out here, peel off some peel ply, and then install that wall. Today is day 4, and we are headed to Porter's Sculpture Park. We're still in South Dakota. What else are we gonna see? We're gonna see Sioux Falls. And then we have the last leg of the trip, which is about 6 hours of driving. And Waffle gets to go home. Waffle. Waffle. When we first got to the park, we actually met the artist, Wayne Porter. He gave us special instructions to check out the inside of the bull's head. This is the most prominent piece at the park. So, we did. That is terrifying. Oh my gosh. Well, it's been real, Wayne, but I think we better go now. Well, that was fun. That was fun. That was really interesting though. There's such a variety of his work. Yeah, and then some of the other statues were like so brightly colored, there was just such a contrast. It's like he went through some sort of phase. Like the monks with no faces, and then skeletons, and all this really dark stuff. Then all of a sudden it was like a jazz band, and flowers, and like goldfish in a bowl, you know? And so the contrast was really weird. It was just like, this guy's mind must be all over the place. Kinda like this guy. There it is. One fancy wall. But we need a piece of trim to make the transition. That's what this one is. Nice and saw burnt. I'll tell you this, see these saw burns? My saw blade, it was about a year old. I was making a cut. It was really, really struggling. I thought, let's see if putting in a new blade will help. And it makes a huge difference. Like butter. Diablo blades. They're good. First, I'm going to fix this whole problem. No more squeaking in floors. No more squeak! Sweet. Surprised that worked. Now I just have to make this fit a little better. We'll be ready to set this thing. What we're after is using this trim and the fact that we can kind of fill it with epoxy to make sure that these walls are perpendicular to each other and they are level. It's got this nice little bow in the middle and we can correct it pretty easy. I just wanted to make sure that the top and the bottom can freely move to compensate for that. And then when we go to permanently fasten this, we will screw it into place with epoxy in there and everything should go together well and be nice and square. That's the goal. I'm gonna keep fiddling with it, but I won't film it because that's boring. I'll let you know when I got it perfect. After much fiddling and finagling, we have this. A wall! Look at that. Isn't that something?
Another wall is up. But what about the door to this head?
And this door will open from this side and swing out here. And yeah, sadly, when the bathroom door is open, you can't get into your V-berth. But close the door, what's the problem with that? The next step would obviously be to tab all this in to where it's supposed to be and put some thickened epoxy at all those joints. And once we do that, this thing will be muy fuerte. A pretty productive afternoon.
Last stop, Falls Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This is not what I expected. Yeah. See, this is more like it. That's what I wanted. I wanted to see some falls. Are you ready? Are you ready, sir? This is an important message from Waffle's primary human.
Ready, me waffle. Give me waffle. Mommy, me waffle. Mommy, me waffle.
We're getting really close.
Waffle.
Waffle! I can hear him. Waffle! 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 There he is.
And I'm happy to report that the bicycle also made it to Iowa. And the seat's back on now.
It's getting dark out. This is what I've been working on. May not seem like a lot, but this represents probably about 2 hours of work and 3 or 4 hours of cutting all these holes. Each one of these holes will have a cover. They're gonna be nice big covers, but I think I might need to reinforce the front sides of these a little bit more than the board that will go across them. But should be stable definitely around the exterior because that's obviously tabbed in, and all of these are now tabbed in. In addition, I have epoxied this one in place and ran out, so tomorrow we will finish this wall permanently. How about that? All that's been done while Kelly's off traipsing around the country doing God knows what. Maybe she'll tell us, maybe she won't. I have no idea.
Yes, dear, I'm heading home now.
Who are you?
Oh, you forgot about me in 6 days? Of course he remembers me. He's just kidding, guys.
Kelly.
What? Whoa. Look at all this stuff.
Can I turn on some lights?
Yeah, light it up.
You remember before when I made California?
Yeah.
I turned it into Florida.
Wow, look at that.
Yep.
You got a lot done while I was gone.
I got a fair amount.
I should go away more often. You were very productive.
Not really.
Yeah.
And what is it that I did that was so awesome?
Well, the framework for the couch is like done.
Kind of.
Pending this little piece. Yeah, that looks pretty awesome.
Thank you. So this is the face, obviously. It's only held on by brackets, these little brackets, because we're gonna upholster it.
Gotcha.
Well, thanks for coming up. I'm glad you're back.
Me too. There's real progress being made.
Feels solid, doesn't it?
It does.
That's right. Here we are. And the couch. It's got some spring in the back.
It does.
That's because there's no support.
Right.
But there will be.
One day.
I guarantee it.
Hey you, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw and you want to keep following along, become a subscriber. Just hit that subscribe button below. And special thanks to our patron crew. We really appreciate your support.
Well, now we know whose legs are longer.
Maybe it's just the lower part of your leg.
It's probably just the lower part of my legs. They're really long. I'm like a stork. Check this out. It's one of the rare albino paint rollers. I should not turn the camera around so I can see myself. I don't know who you are. Remind me.
I'm your wife.
Oh yeah. We're not going to be installing it anytime soon because it's quite a project. But